What is going on out there, peeps? All right, let's get back into gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies. As you can see, they are falling faster than an avalanche right off a cliff here. And that goes all the way across the boards, of course. There's other reasons, all of them contributing to what's going on. Let's see if we could take advantage of these, what we consider fire sales in cryptocurrencies as well as gold and silver. All right. You guys know if you're thinking about buying precious metals, and right now is a good time, it's dipping. Give a consideration to our friends over there at Money Metals Exchange. If you are a first time buyer and you spend more than $100 on precious metals, use promo code Pimpy, Pimpy, and you will get a free half ounce of silver. For those of you who are return buyers, they also are offering, on top of already their low prices, that if you're a return buyer and you spend more than $200, you can get back $10 off your order if you use promo code PEEPS. PEEPS. All right. So for you return, and by the way, it's effective now. So from now until December 15th, if you are a return buyer and you're buying on these discounted rates, you can get back $10 if you spend 200 or more, and just make sure to use promo code PEEPS, PEEPS. All right, so take advantage of that and get some money back. And while you're also buying metals right now on a discount for sure. You guys know I'm over here on these different social media platforms. All the different platforms that I'm on. You have Twitter here. You have definitely MeWe. I'm also on LBRY, which is the alternative to YouTube. All those different platforms are the links are in the description down below. So feel free to come join me there because the censoring is getting worse and worse. As a matter of fact, now there's another sweep of people that they're removing, making every excuse in the world. Hopefully this will change once the 230 protection is removed, and that's coming up here, I believe, within the next couple of weeks. Is that right? So we'll see. Anyways, what's going on over here in the markets? Let's take a look because the cryptocurrencies are trying to rebound. They've gotten even lower, but nonetheless, you're seeing things move into the green. Um, what you're seeing is a lot of these whales are moving their coins from Bitcoin onto the exchange platforms. And what that means is if you go onto let's say you're on Coinbase, you have an option to have your coins sitting on whether you have XRP, whatever cryptocurrency it is. You could just move it over to what's their version of the dollar. So for us, we have the US CD on there. So that's just moving it over so that you don't lose no money because that doesn't change. It stays the same. It's like a stable coin. So it doesn't go up and it doesn't go down in value. It's just letting it sit there so that you don't take any more of a loss. And there was an article down below that was just talking about that right here. Quick Bitcoin price recovery. It looks in doubt as whales move coins onto the exchanges. Okay. So they're just moving off there so that they don't suffer any more loss. And there's a lot of whales, but they're going to see for the market to try to rebound. So there's many reasons why both both cryptocurrencies and gold and silver. We know gold and silver is heavily manipulated as well as the markets, and they're trying to drive the values down as the December contracts are coming due here real soon, and they're trying to make sure then they lose nothing. See, that's the slickness of this, and JP Morgan is behind all this manipulation. All right, so this is really bad as far as people that have the contracts because there's no gain, there's no profits there. But these won't stay here like that at all. As a matter of fact, this is a huge sell. They've been sold off or not sold off, but manipulated. And again, this is a great time when these prices do this to pick your coins up on a discount. And I still these people on cryptocurrencies, a lot of these people sold off. There was a market correction, because people are just trying to grab their profits really super quick. Now everybody's pretty much waiting to see what's next. What's the next move? But right now, with all this volatility, it makes it really hard. Now, add in the fact that December's coming up, and that means all the coronavirus protections that people had are going to be removed. There's no more stimulus checks right now. There's no more protection from being evicted from your house or your apartments. You don't have any of that. We got the holidays coming up, or are here now. So people are going to start selling off their cryptocurrencies. as well as gold and silver. So that is possible that they'll flood the market, which is why they manipulate the market the way they do. What's going to happen is they're going to start flooding the markets with their precious metals as well as their cryptocurrencies, because people are not going to have a choice. They're going to need money to survive, to do what they need to do. So you're going to see them start selling off in order to make ends meet until we figure out what the hell is going on in this country. But anybody that's holding precious metals, you would be a fool if you part with them. I understand if you have no other choice, but you'd be a fool to part with them. And the reason for that is this: it's not going to make a difference what president gets in there. Precious metals are going to thrive regardless. Now, it does make a difference for cryptocurrencies. I keep telling you, the Democrats are not fans of them. They want to be part of that whole corrupt banking system. And so make no doubt about it, any companies outside that's going to be competing against the banking industry, they're going to find excuses to challenge them. They're already doing it. You can see Janet Yellen making excuses for why she's not a fan of Bitcoin. But we'll see. We'll see if that happens. What I noticed is why all these were turning red. XRP got to a point and just kind of held itself there, went horizontal while the rest of them were dropping. XLM, on the other hand, it dropped just a little bit, but then was slowly creeping up in small amounts, not lots, but everybody else is red. XLM was still holding tight. It could be that a lot of people are like, look, I'm going to move out of these bigger accounts like Ethereum and Bitcoin down to these smaller ones so that my losses are smaller. But that's what I tell you guys. Don't look at the cents, because that's misleading. You want to look at the percentages. That's what you want to pay attention to. All right. You can see here that this is a bigger percentage loss than Ethereum. Ethereum has a bigger loss than XRP, just because look at this. This is 0.7, 0.5, 0.1. You look at this right over here. Chainlink has a full 1%. That's losing out. So is Bitcoin or Binance coins. So that's what you want to pay attention to. Stop looking at the prices, because the prices are misleading. Look at the amount of your percentage of your holding that you're losing or gaining is what you should be doing. So will Bitcoin start going back up? It's possible. We're watching it, but every time it tries to make a run up, something happens and it comes back down. So now you're going to be looking at a combination of things. Right now we have retraction or market correction because people wanted to snatch up their profits real quick. I think a lot of people snatched up their profits because they're waiting to see what happens with gold and silver here coming up here in the next couple of weeks. And they could grab them on a discount. Obviously, that would be the right move. They're on a discount right now. Okay, they're really, really cheap right now. Is a good time if you have the money to do so, to go ahead and add to your collection if you already have some. And for those of you who didn't think it was possible or that you can afford them, you should jump on them now because they're much lower than they were. All right. So is this trend going to continue? That's very possible. But they're talking about. I just seen an article where Bitcoin. They're talking about Bitcoin dropping down to around 15,800. That's a pretty big drop, man. We're going to see all the way down from where it was at 1930. All right, so it's gained about 500 since yesterday when they did it, because this was down around 16,300. So it's like a $3,000 loss. So again, every time it tries to go up, something brings it right back down. You can see that's the trend for all of these coins. We'll keep an eye on there and see what's going on, along with what's going on with gold and silver. We know why they're manipulating those prices. The whales, the big dollars, are trying to grab these up at a much cheaper price. So they manipulate the market to allow the banks to go ahead and do that, as well as, billionaires, hedge funds, and all them other people. It's just the rich being rich and having the power to do what they do. But if you're smart enough to watch the market, we can benefit when they do. Buy on the dip, and that goes with any of these things. Always buy on the dip. So gold and silver, I told you, people are going like, well, what do you think? I already explained, even if it went down to $1 an ounce for each one of them, I said this in several videos, I would not panic. I'm not going to panic. I know damn well it's not going to stay there. I know where it's going. All right. I told you guys there's going to be some volatility. There's going to be a lot of scary things. Don't be surprised if you see these prices get smashed down. Don't fall for it. So for those of you who are paying attention, don't fall for it. Don't panic. I'm not panic about what's going on. I see what's going on here. To me, this is just another excuse to buy more at a cheaper level. For those of you who can, I understand some of you are not going to be able to do that. But nonetheless, we want to, just for those who can, just do what they do, not what they say. Again, here's the issue with Coinbase. A second time within the last few days. Coinbase goes down again as Bitcoin price actions, volatility heat up. So is this the same article from the other day? It might be. No, actually, this is from yesterday. My bad. Bitcoin extends decline after biggest slump since pandemic hit. All right. Um, I've already expressed my opinion when it comes to cryptocurrencies. I'm not a fan of them. I don't have very much faith in them. I do think there's a window of opportunity in which we could benefit. I think we are in that window. I'm just hoping that window did not close, because my anticipation is we get much further along, probably somewhere at the end of December, maybe the first quarter of next year is when I was thinking the window might start to close, depending on who is in office, but definitely under Democratic control. I don't have any faith in these whatsoever, nor should you, because they're going to push that whole great reset. We go 100% digital, and the only coins that are going to be around are going to be coins that are created by our central banks, period. For you people, no, that's not going to happen. You're not paying attention to the great reset. That's exactly what they want to do. No more fiat dollars, no more nothing. 100% digital is what they're going to force us into. Worldwide, they're on these red alerts right now. In case you haven't seen, they feel really confident that they have control of the United States now. These people pushing a great reset, now they're forcing their citizens who are just taking this. I don't know how much more you guys could take. You have to get out there and fight, man. You know, people are like, why do you keep pushing for us to rise up and with arms? Well, what do you think you're going to do? Lob curse words at them and get them to change? It's not going to work. I'm not trying to advocate violence. I don't want it to happen. But do you see any other alternative to this? I just don't see it. Okay. I was just talking to somebody about the Washington's vision of America, and it got brought up. In Washington, it was reported that Washington talked about an angel appeared to him and said there's going to be these times in American history. There'd be these three tiers, these three events that would happen. And for some reason, the first event was interpreted because it says something about a cloud moving from Britain over the United States, and it would cause, you would see a war, and everybody's like, oh, that's the Civil War, and that's how it was interpreted. I was like, no, that's the Revolutionary War is what it was, because why would the cloud move from Britain over to the United States? They had no part in our Civil War. So that would be the Revolutionary War. That's just my opinion, but it was interpreted as the Civil War was tier 1. Tier 2 was World War II. Tier 3 fight, which is where we are now, it said a very dark red cloud would engulf the entire United States, engulf all of America, and you would see flashes of lightning, and you can hear the screams of the soldiers fighting in this country. But what would happen is you would see the clouds would start to separate as the patriots of the United States would start to take back control of this mighty country. And once they took control and freed their people once again, they would move on and continue and then free the world. So that definitely, that tier is here now, as these Marxist movement is trying really hard to take over this country. So we'll see what direction we go into, because we seem to be where that is right now. But whatever happens, it's going to affect all of these markets, all of them. Cryptocurrencies, gold and silver actually will benefit no matter who's in office. Again, the only reason why I'm concerned about a Biden administration is Biden would definitely do the confiscation of gold and silver. I don't have any doubt of that whatsoever. But so we'll watch this. And I absolutely believe Trump will get in there for a second term. You just have to have faith. So we'll see where it goes. Anyways, you guys, that's it right now. Let me know what you think. The markets are all being manipulated. And in this case, when it comes to cryptocurrency, there's a combination of things. Again, people selling off, grabbing their profits. Now they're moving onto the exchange from different cryptocurrencies, waiting to see what goes on so they don't take a loss. In addition to that, both gold, silver, and cryptocurrencies, with everything coming to a head here in December, more people are going to be homeless. More people are going to be desperate to pay their bills. And for those people who are out of jobs, look, this is what the Great Reset wants. I made these videos to warn you that this was going on. So at least expect it and prepare yourself for this. So already, I don't know if you've seen this in the news. This is why you got to pay attention. In the news, the police in Los Angeles were evicting people out of state-owned homes. You know what I mean? These state-owned homes, they were evicting people right out. I don't know where that article was. But anyways, yeah, they had the police forcefully removing people on Thanksgiving. They were being evicted out of state-owned homes. So, yeah, they had guns on them and everything. So it's the process is already, Biden's not in office yet, and they're already showing their asses. They're telling you exactly what direction they're going into. They want as many people homeless as possible, as many people starving to death. They're lying about the Rona. It's just going to get worse. But anyways, this affects all of our. So when I talk politics, people, why do you talk politics during, our investment? That's why you need to pay attention, because it affects everything we are invested in, every bit of it, all of it. All right, you guys. So just hang tight, have faith, and just keep praying, and let's get where we need to get to. All right. So again, I don't think anybody can go wrong with precious metals, cryptocurrencies. You guys, I'd be a little nervous about what's going on, because Yellen in office would destroy cryptocurrencies. I have no doubt about it. So that's it for now. Let me know what you think. Hit the thumbs up button. If you're not a subscriber, please do so, because when you do, it helps out the channel, and I surely do appreciate it. And I'll catch you later.